Is it time for Enna's spicy game? Yeah, I think so. I think so. I've got some demos. I got some early look demos that I want to check out, but they are currently embargoed. So can't do that yet. That will be tomorrow. So that'll be tomorrow. So yeah, we will do. It's time for Enna's game. So then, yeah, I guess Friday then we'll do demos and stuff. Nice casual Friday to end out the week. I can't wait for Enna to come in and yell at me for playing wrong. How much do you want to bet that's gonna happen? How much do you want to bet that's gonna happen? All right. Let's add content warning. Player discretion is advised. I am discretioned. Why don't any of these games start in full screen? What are we doing? Okay, and close my email. Go over here. No, that's not what I wanted. That's stupid OBS. Like, oh, what if we just changed stuff? Like, come on, man. You know, we all have ADHD. We'll start small so you can do other things too. Okay, so this is First Bite. This is First Bite by First Bite Games. The wonderful and incredible and amazing Enna worked on this game. I believe they did a bunch of writing for it. God, my Steam, oh no, man, my Steam recommendations are gonna be all messed up. There's so many weird, like, weird sex visual novels in my recommended now. Like, if I'm looking at the more like this on Steam, oh no, there's some stuff. There's some stuff. Happened to me after Date Everything for about 2 weeks. There's some things that I'm like, okay, yeah, this is this. So the first page is like dispatch. Okay, yeah. Date Everything. Yeah, okay. Sure. Slay the Princess. Okay. And then we get into 5 Hearts Under One Roof, which I'm interested in because it's an FMV dating game, but I also think it gets a little spicy. Jenna, hello. Jenna, don't look. It's too sexy. And then they just immediately get into those weird Unreal porn games. Like the second page is, oh no, it updated. There's another, I wish I hadn't seen that. You gonna fuck a vampire? I guess? There's so many things. There's so, man. Man. Steam. People can't complain about any game on Steam. This is what really pissed me off about the whole horses thing. You can watch the most explicit shit you've ever seen in your life. You can buy a game that does the most explicit shit you've ever seen in your life. But it's like, oh man, if it's horses, the game horses. The game horses, they banned horses on Steam because they were like, oh, it's too adult. And I'm like, the things that I just saw. The things that I just saw. Oh, I never heard of that. Horses.wtf, I believe, still takes you to, yeah. All right. Jenna, hi. First of all, Jenna, hello. Matt ignoring my question? No, I'm not ignoring it. I saw it. I saw it. That's horror. That's why I've not heard of it. First Bite is described as a queer vampiric visual novel. One night, 3 vampires make a deal with death or die trying. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know what's gonna happen in this game. Something. I hope you're having a good day. Yeah, I'm having a good day. I'm having a good day. We're chilling. I got to play games with a bunch of my wonderful friends last night. We had a good chill time. Now we're playing, now we're doing whatever's gonna happen now, you know? Listen, Valentine's Day doesn't have to suck unless you want it to. New game, I guess. 18 plus, unless some scenes may contain mild flashing images. Do you think they mean like flashing or flashing? Man, this is a real VN. Look, they got the fucking save load down here. This is a real visual novel. They're not fucking around. Do I have to draw a route map? Where's Anna? Do I have to draw a route map here? You have to go to Epcot now? Oh my God. Jen, enjoy Epcot. Enjoy Epcot, the land of capitalism. Can't believe Matt didn't read my made up cursed game name. Oh, I missed it. I missed it. There's absolutely a game with a name like Call Me Mommy Senpai that Steam will allow. Oh yeah, there's more than a couple. There's, Don't go looking for them because there's so many. There's so many. They have an arts festival? Oh, that'll be nice. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Bye, Jenna. It's a good intro. I like a game that has a good intro. Nothing but darkness. surrounds me, imprisoning me. All that I see. I close my eyes, desperately trying to blink it away, but there's just nothingness. I do appreciate games like this when I have the allow adult content up on Steam. Basically means I get blasted by real world cursed AI games every now and a while. Yeah. I had adult content turned off for a while, and then I wanted to find something, and I turned it off, and then I was just immediately like, oh, it was terrible. Avoid. I'm alone. Where am I? What am I doing here? How did I even get here? I try moving my legs. Nothing. As hard as I try to run away, my body refuses to cooperate. I try my arms next. Frozen. Are these vampires gonna kill me? Before I can try anything else, a light appears in the distance. There's something else flickering right next to it. I can barely make it out, but what little I can see is horrifying. Oh, glowing red eyes. Yeah, are they gonna kill me? Is this flirt with vampires so they don't kill me the game? Because that's pretty funny. Glowing red eyes, bright white fangs. Blood dripping from sharp talons. In an instant, they multiply, dancing around in the shadows. They laugh, a cacophony of demonic giggles, then skitter toward me at an inhuman speed, their movements chaotic. I'm helpless as they close in around me. An aroma of metallic sweetness infiltrates my nostrils, and I am surrounded. Trapped. Then they pounce, claws tearing deep into my muscles as they grab hold of me, teeth sinking into my flesh. I try to scream, but no sound escape. Part 1. Save. You know, we'll make saves at the title cards. Arcade spirits! Ah! My eyes jolt open as I wake up in a cold sweat. It was a dream. Just a dream. Or closer to a nightmare? Depends on how you feel about being torn apart by vampires, I guess. My heart feels like it's about to burst out of my chest as my mind races over the lingering memory of what I saw. I quickly scan my surroundings to make sure I'm actually in my room. And also alive. I guess both things are good. Both things are good. Everything in its rightful place, and my laptop asking me if I'd like to continue watching Death of the Dead. At this point, I should know better than to fall asleep watching horror movies, but I was lured in at the prospect of two hot characters kissing, and I just rested my eyes a little too long. Oops. Some ridiculous part of my brain holds a kernel of hope that one day I'll enter a deliciously dark world of the unknown and unexplainable. But for now, I'm stuck here. Even my dreams won't let me near what I want. And now that these thoughts are once again racing through my mind, I know it's absolutely fruitless to try to fall back asleep, but I try nonetheless. I go through every trick in the book, breathing exercises, counting sheep, writing erotic fanfiction in my head, decidedly unhelpful. Surprise, surprise, I'm still awake and staring blankly at my ceiling. Great job, me. This is what happens to me when I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm just like, well, I'm awake now. I sigh, pushing the covers off my body. There's no point staying in bed. I grab my phone from my bedside table, bracing myself as I check the time. 3 a.m.? Once again, my body has betrayed me by falling into this disgusting habitual cycle. Have a nightmare, wake up, stay awake, rinse, repeat. Defeated, I yawn and stretch my bones as I stand, and make my way to my bedroom mirror. I drag my fingers down my cheeks and glare at my reflection, illuminated by the dangling fairy lights. What's your first name? Poppy. Last name? Poppy. Pronouns. Oh, I was gonna write pa/p because that'd be very funny. I take a deep breath. I'm Poppy Poppy. I'm Poppy Poppy, and I'm gonna have a good night. It's a family name. So stupid. If only my therapist could see me now. A positive affirmation to start my... Wait. Is it night? Bash, bash, and bash at it again. Morning? The time between times? Normally when this jointed sleeping pattern curses me, I either read my old collection of goose flesh books for the 100th time, or write for my website. That's funny. The singularly most interesting thing about me is I've cradled and nurtured a cryptid blog to a nice level of internet fame. Ghostin is my main source of serotonin and started out as a tiny forum, an avenue to find and cultivate friendships with those who love the strange and unusual as much as I do. God, forums. It still serves the same purpose now, but on a larger scale. Mingling still happens, and the original forums are as active as ever, but I had to get creative and produce different types of content in order to keep myself afloat in this economy. Content! My review of Where Are the Werewolves goes up later today, and I also need to upload that How to Attract Bigfoot video. The crown jewel of Ghostin is also overdue for an update. It's an erotica section lovingly dubbed the Cryptid Coitus Corner, and it surprised me to see it become the most popular part of the website. I'll admit, I'm no Bill Shakespeare, but it warms my heart to see people coming back for my wide and varied selection of supernatural erotica. Who knew that horny horror was like catnip to people all over the world, and not just me? Anna did write for this game. Like, it's not fair to look at this game and be like, this is an Anna character, because Anna literally, that's funny. Anna literally wrote for it. Like, in a literal way. Cryptid Coitus Corner would do numbers on Tumblr. Oh yeah. Unfortunately, I'm stuck on my latest would-be masterpiece, and all I have is the potentially questionable title. Mummy Milkers? Stop! When did this game come out? 2022? That's so much sooner than I thought, actually. It's a work in progress. I wave it off. I'll figure that all out later and update Cryptid Coitus Corner when inspiration hits. And as the Bill Shakespeare of cryptid porn. Salky, hello. Can you really milk a You know, I didn't want to think too hard about that, Green Bean. I didn't want to. I saw the line of questioning, branching off, and I couldn't think about it. I couldn't think about it too hard. I lazily scanned my room, trying to hit that motivation jackpot, when I pause in my window. The moon is full and bright against a starless sky, an excellent setting for some ominous entertainment. I think we should think about it. No, I don't want to. No, I don't want to think about it. No, I'd rather not. I hope I didn't miss too much. I'm super excited for this. No, we're just getting started, Selkie. What if the mummy was male? They'd only be able to... Okay, so that alert just didn't happen. Did everyone hear Nuge's thing? Nix and I asking the important questions. I did not. Okay, yeah, it just did. I wonder if it freaked out because it happened on the same time at the timer. Stinky Baby never played either. That's true, Stinky Baby never happened. I've been your prop. What's happening? Why are no alerts happening? Nuja, thank you for resubbing for 33 months. What is happening? Oh, wait. 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 Okay, I think somehow, yeah, okay. Somehow I deleted the alerts scene from this. Somehow I deleted the alerts scene from this. I don't know how that happened. Quick open Shining Force 2 in order to simulate the alert. I guess fishing is broken. No, fishing got deleted. Okay.
You gotta get your together, Matt.
All right, well now I don't feel like I am gonna replay the alert. I was gonna replay the alert. No, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna. Show what you get. Show you that your actions have consequences. Maybe I need to get out, go for a walk, see what early morning Portland offers me. I will learn nothing from this. There's enough weirdness happening during the day in this city. I'm sure something's bled over into the twilight hours. 3 a.m. is, I think, when all of the wildest stuff happens. With my mind made up, I mosey over to my closet. What does one wear for a witching hour stroll? No, nothing. I mean, not nothing, but don't. Yeah, comfort is key. It's middle of the night. I don't need fashion. I demand comfort. I find the comfiest pants and the biggest sweatshirt I own and slide into them. Nothing. Yeah, that's not what I mean. What do I wear at 3 a.m.? Nothing. It's like, no, you just don't do this. I pose in front of the mirror, blowing a kiss to Mirror Poppy. Mirror Poppy is the dark Poppy. Every 100 years I have to battle Mirror Poppy for supremacy. Looking good. I'm a little abuzz with excitement as I gather my bearings. Walking the city nude at 3 a.m., the life of Poppy. The most radical thing I've done lately is quit my gray-toned office job and pick up shifts at a local coffee shop to supplement the income from my website. It's comforting knowing that there are others like me who have this undeniable attraction to the things that go bump in the night, despite the monotony of my day-to-day. It's easier to exist when you blend in and squirrel away your untoward interests. Excuse me? It avoids awkward conversations, and no one's caught on to my deep, dark secrets yet. There was a time when I felt like my desires for the supernatural were something to be ashamed of. And, well, maybe they are in polite society, but after I spent too many brain-rotting hours in an office cubicle, I decided I would lean into the delusion to bring some color back into my life. Most people don't see the value in that sort of thing, and that's fine. But I can't help it. Something about the occult excites me more than anything else. It's always been that way. I gave up trying to fight it a long time ago. I shake the thoughts from my head. There's no use thinking about that now. I have some inspiration to look for. I grab my phone, my wallet, and my house keys from my desk, give my room a once-over, making sure I'm not forgetting anything. Then, with a final flash of some finger guns to my reflection in the mirror, so he knows what he's fucking in for, I'm out. Yeah, no, don't. This is not. It isn't long until I find myself standing outside the house. 6969 Dead End Drive. This, you literally can't. You literally can't. It would be illegal to have a house like this. This is too stereotypical. This is the most stereotypical. It would be illegal. This is like if you lived at 420 Smoke It Up Drive. Nice. It's creepy and old, and no one actually knows who owns it. And right now, it's luring me in. Normally, I pass by on my walk to the coffee shop, and during the day, give it no more than a fleeting look. Maybe it's the desperation for a crumb of inspiration, but tonight I'm intrigued. Are we gonna commit a crime? Are we gonna do a B&E? 360 no scope plate. Ninja, how you doing today? Now that we're done giving you shit, I hope you're having a good Thursday. For years, I thought it was totally abandoned. The windows all covered with what looked like scraps of newspaper. What gives me pause is the front yard. It's too well kept. Matt, I have important information. Hello. I know of a real street in my city called Gerard Way. That's amazing. I did find a 420 Smoke Road in Indiana. That's, you know what? That's fantastic. I hope whoever lives there has a wonderful day. I hope whoever lives there has a wonderful day. I wonder if that Gerard Way sign gets stolen all the time. They live in Indiana, so probably not. That's fair, that's fair. Excuse me. Excuse me. You used to have an abandoned school called Weed School? Oh man, how do you not go to Weed School? Those bushes don't tend to themselves. Like every historic neighborhood, there's always that one house that has a particularly bad reputation. And this gothic beauty is it. I've heard all the stories. I count them on my fingers. Witches who eat children. An axe murderer who slaughtered their whole family. That's classic. A pack of feral stray cats overthrowing the previous owner. A lycanthrope's hideout. Sure, yeah. And my personal favorite, vampires. I always thought it was a joke to scare away kids, to stop them from playing on their lawn, but if only it were true. It's going okay. I had tech issues where stream kept pausing. After closing my browser, it would just be black. That's weird. Is it, what's it called? Like ad blocker stuff being annoying? I find myself just standing here staring, tempted by the house and what might linger inside it, which isn't the smartest move. In October, in the Pacific Northwest. It's dark, I'm cold. It's also definitely about to rain. There's a board game called 13 Dead End Drive, got a sequel to change the number to 1313, which is the silliest change. I should go in. No! The words fall out of my mouth without thought, just pure impulse, succumbing to the mystery tugging at my curiosity. It could be magic it was better after resubscribing, so I don't know what you're trying to pull. My stream doesn't work unless you're subscribed. That's the trick. That's the trick. And you're just so curious. You're like, what could be happening? I shrug to myself and look around. No one's here to witness my petty crime of breaking and entering. Oh my God, we're going to commit a B&E. With my journalistic integrity intact, I will myself to stroll up to the house. The porch groans loudly in protest. Excuse me. As I step on it, my hand reaches out for the front door. I apply gentle pressure and the door just swings open with a deliciously spooky, decidedly terrifying creak. That's not what I expected. Was it just left ajar like that? Damn, I was very prepared to use the lockpicking skills I've picked up from all the video games I've played. It's very Enna. This is wild. Which totally would have worked. As the door swings open, a slight breeze flows from inside, like someone forgot to close the fridge and let out the cold. I shiver against it. And then finally, I hesitate. Should I be adding trespasser to my resume? Am I actually doing this? I mean, listen, in for a penny, in for a pound. Let's fucking go. What would my therapist say? She told me it'd be a good idea for. She told me it would be a good idea for me to say yes to more things in my life. This is almost certainly what she was talking about. Listen, Poppy, you go into this house, you do it right now. See, that's Dark Poppy's influence. Think of the possibilities. Speaking of breaking and entering, I saw Relooted finally released. Yeah. Very excited. Very excited. I've heard a lot of good reviews for it already. If there are no corporeal beings, hopefully there will be a hot ghost that won't make me want to shit my pants. I push the door open a little more and squeeze inside. It's now or never. Once I get inside the house, my teeth start chattering. It's cold, like really fucking cold. Someone forgot heating exists. I think I'm in a small foyer, but it's hard to tell because without the soft glow of the moon outside, I can barely see my hand in front of my face. I pull out my phone, turn on the flashlight, and inspect my surroundings. As I shine my light around the room, I see this place appears to be lost in time. Nothing seems to have changed since at least the 1800s. Not the furniture, the wallpaper, or the smell. I inhale deeply, catch a scent of something pungent and putrescine, hidden deep within the normal old house musk. Unpleasant as it is, it's an aroma that intrigues the rest of my senses, beckoning me to find the rest of the secrets packed within these walls, just like blueprints. At the end of the hall, I see light sneaking through the crack of a half-open door. Listen, we're in here. Let's just fucking. Whoever's here, if anyone at all, must be in there. I hold my breath as I listen intently for clues, and sure enough, there are signs of life I craved. I hear what sounds to be muffled conversation, and then a very clear,
"Fuck you."
Oh. Well, this is fine. I'm glad we broke into this house. I raise an eyebrow. Now this is something worth investigating. As I take another step, the floorboards creak loudly under my feet. Shit. I pause, silent as a grave, as still as a statue, and pray those muffled voices didn't hear me. There's a tense moment before the voices continue, and I release the breath I was holding. I pass the stealth check. Maybe. Continuing to sneak along the dark corridor, I creep closer and closer to the illuminated room. Then I'm right outside the cracked door with my back against the wall. Now that I'm closer, I can hear them more clearly. Three distinctly different dulcet tones echo into the hallway. This is like the definition of a bad idea. Like every part of this.
Do you smell that?
Everything goes deathly silent. Then.
It smells like human in here.
Rude. I freeze instantly.
There it is again.
I keep telling you, it's your dirty cups piled in the sink. You're just as shit at doing dishes as you are playing cards.
Damn.
At least when he sucks at cards, there's a chance he'll have to take his clothes off.
Oh, they just didn't do that line.
First of all, I'm good at everything. A warrior like me just can't waste his time on trivial things like cards and dishes. Gotta save my huge brain and muscles for more important things. Second,
I hear the sound of someone inhaling deeply.
my nose never lies. I smell human.
The speaker's words hit me like a thunderbolt. What had I been thinking, skulking about in this hallway and eavesdropping on whoever lives here? Could be a trope of axe murderers for all I know.
Have we already forgotten the time your nose led us straight into that werewolf house party?
Somehow, despite the growing panic in my chest, the phrase werewolf house party makes me snort. I cover my mouth with my hand immediately, though it might somehow take it back, but it's too late. Oh, we might have company after all. Some of these lines aren't working.
Go on. Show yourself.
I can't describe the feeling, but it's like I'm being compelled to step from the darkness and into the light. My feet propel me forward of their own accord. Anna! Anna, hello! Anna, we're playing a game I think you might like. Anna, good morning. Anna, good morning. It's so early for you. It's not fully voiced. Oh, okay. I was having some problems with the other game. Like some lines would clip. So. I was like, why am I having all these problems with games today? I love games. You know, I've heard that about you. I've heard that about you. My feet propel me forward of their own accord, carrying me around the corner as I resign myself to the fact that I've been caught. Carnation! Carnation, good afternoon. What I see when I enter the room jolts me right out of my numbness into a state of shock. 3 sexy vampires. Yep, I was right, 3 sexy vampires. Uncontrollably, my heart skips a beat. The 3 voices that I heard are matched by 3 equally as mesmerizing faces. They're so beautiful, it almost hurts to look at them. And by the look of their slightly perturbed, yet also slightly intrigued expressions. I've clearly interrupted something. Don't sound disappointed? Why does it sound disappointed? Using my big galaxy brain, I survey the situation and decide my next move. Mattcaulder would love hunt vampires. There's a mess of playing cards and glasses of red wine strewn across the table in front of them. The way they're holding their cards reminds me of an old spaghetti western, right before there's a shootout in the saloon. The 3 of them stare at me in a way that makes me feel like a ham ready for carving. None of them speak, just evaluate me with this bizarre hunger in their gazes. I should say something to shatter this long, incredibly awkward pause. Howdy. Knee howdy. Howdy, partners! Just the whole thing! Just the whole... Howdy, partners. They just kill me. They just kill me immediately. They're just like, oh, all right. All right. It's like that? Okay. Never mind. The words are barely out of my mouth before they leap towards me at inhuman speed, knocking me on my back and pushing me down against the carpet. The breath leaves my lungs and my hands burn as bare skin and textile collide. Tibbs Fedora, my vampires. I moved a cage full of bones. Well, you know.
See? I fucking told you I smelled human. Never doubt me again.
No treat for you just getting it right, Ilias.
Assuming we all want to call dibs, should we rock, paper, scissors for them?
This is the silliest hoodie ever. This is the... This is the funniest thing to decide. I still want a hoodie though, actually. What I want is a hoodie, but I only want the hood part. I only want the availability of a hoodie. Everything else can go away. It's like he did science to figure out what he needs structurally for a hoodie. Like, how much hoodie can we remove and it still be definitionally a hoodie? Like, I think these bits that go around are literally just because it would be annoying if they were disconnected. Do you know what I mean?
Dibs. Really, Laurel? Can't we just share? We haven't done that in a while.
No, Valeria.
Listen, there's enough Poppy to go around.
As the oldest, smartest, and hottest, the human is mine by right.
That's a hater. That hoodie is functional as the hood is still there. It's one of those tank tops with giant armholes. I feel like a piece of furniture out for auction at a swap meet. Am I into that? Sis, do I like this? I'm completely mesmerized by every hand movement, every turn of their lips, every glance in my direction as they bicker. It's more bib than hoodie. He's really embarrassed by his clavicle. That's what it is. That's what it is. He loves his pecs. He hates his clavicle. My heart races and I can feel myself getting unnaturally hot, despite the freezing temperature of the house.
Don't be greedy, Illy. Think of all the fun we could have.
That's all it is for you.
This made me blush for some reason. Okay. Some reason. Who knows? Who knows why?
You two enjoy those prepackaged little blood bags, but a hunter like me needs to feed.
Okay.
My fangs haven't pierced flesh in so long.
Okay, I don't like this guy. This guy's full of himself. The biggest one has me pinned on the floor, but despite their threatening words, they don't exactly seem intent on killing me right this second. Even lying prone on the ground, the first thing I notice is their teeth, or rather, the deadly points of their canines. Their skin doesn't have the same plumpness or glow that mine has, almost like their capillaries forgot how to refill with blood. Yeah, they're vampires. It don't work. It don't work the same anymore. And the mirror behind them has no reflections. No. After all this, it's like, after all this, they're talking about how they're gonna suck my blood and all of this, and it's just me like, wait a minute. They're talking about drinking my blood? Look to the mirror. Wait a minute. Also noting all four of us wrote this game. We all had fun making this game. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad y'all had a good time. Bobby, yeah. Like, wait. It's so funny to me. No, this can't be happening. Can it? Am I about to get murder fucked by 3 vampires? There's no way they're actually. The fucking record scratch. How dare you? How dare you? I just say it out loud like, vampires? And they're like, well, yeah, obviously, idiot. The word crashes out and they turn to me. Hungry, unforgiving, feral. The one they called Valeria grabs hold of my chin with a delicate hand, but there's nothing delicate about the way she holds me.
Looks like we have a fan on our hands.
It looks like we do.
Her dark brows are pinched when she leans closer, her head tilted like she's sizing me up. Cue the Futurama terror smiling snoo gif.
You interrupted us, kitten. And Elias here was just about to take his shirt off.
What is that gonna do? Actually, what is that actually going to do? He's already taken so much of his shirt off. He's already removed so much of his shirt. What's the actual?
Taking your shirt off is for losers. And I was clearly winning.
Quiet. Winning, I'm afraid. Laurel, let him dream.
I don't have to dream about winning. Winning is all I do. Look at these muscles. My face, these cards.
The clavicle's his sexiest feature. That's the one thing he's like, no. The trio continues to bicker amongst themselves, and I just lie here watching. That's very funny. This is very funny where I'm like you're pinned to the ground because you think they're gonna murder you, and then they start fighting, and you're just like. So I'm just hanging out. I'm just chilling, or. Vampires are just myths, monsters made up by confused historians and then embellished by storytellers seeking to make us feel something. Me, oh my God, y'all, can someone get over here and bite me already? What do we do? Yeah, like if you're gonna murder me, can we just like get to it? Like, is that Bayonetta? Yes. Yes. That's funny. I do feel like vampires would like Bayonetta. There has to be a simple explanation for these three, but now is not the time to get myself worked up in my own little fantasies. It's probably just some sort of kiki vampire LARP event, cosplayers who lift or something. You know, I bet you there's a million of those in Portland. And I'm usually so on top of these gatherings. The costuming and props are serious. Movie magic fangs, even the red wine in their glasses looks like real blood. Is that the Sting against the shelf? This? No, because Sting is small. We have vampires in my city? Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if they've rented this house for their own pleasure. Love to rent a house for my pleasure. Why are you saying this out loud? There's no way you're real vampires. Who are you? I can't believe you're saying this out loud. Poppy, you're so stupid. A deadly silence fills the space between us as I graciously interrupt their quarreling. Valera's hands gets tighter on my chin. Ilya's body feels heavier against me. Who are we?
You don't think we're real?
I don't give a shit what they think. They'll know we're real enough when their blood is sliding down our throats.
Sliding is the.
Too much talking, not enough killing.
All right, well then kill me already, damn. Ilias lunges for me to speed my eyes can hardly register. I'm in such a broken state of shock that I say the first thing that comes to my head. Parlay? Oh my God. They all pause immediately, going still as statues as they look at me with a distinct mist of disgust and confusion. Yes, Daddy. That's even funnier, honestly. That's even funnier. Sting has a flared base. Sting would also only be like that long.
Parlay?
Do we look like fucking pirates to you?
I mean, a little. Not 0%. You don't look 0% like pirates.
You are what you eat, I suppose. Yo ho ho.
I'm sorry, is there like a vampire version of Parlay where you have to let me explain myself before you kill me?
That green shit they put on your food to make it look nice?
Parlay, not parsley. It's some bullshit the human picked up from the movies. You know, parlay.
Clearly, Ilias does not know, which does not surprise me.
Besides, it's bold of you to assume we have anything to talk to you about, human.
You're doing a lot of talking. For someone who doesn't need to do a lot of talking, you're doing a lot of talking.
They could surprise you, Val. You know, I never thought I'd be reminiscing about all the sailors I've eaten when I first sensed them quivering around the corner.
Honestly, Laurel, who hasn't eaten a ship full of sailors?
Is that a common thing? Is that...
Oh, now you've got me thinking about that time in Central Pay.
She gives my head an idle little shake, her fingers digging into my cheeks and making my mouth purse as she stares wistfully into the distance.
Oh, pristine beaches, expensive wines, obnoxious tourists no one will miss.
Yeah, I'm from Florida. As they once again continue to talk as if I'm not here, my gaze flits between their gorgeous, terrifying faces, desperate to find something I can use. All those years of memorizing books and movies and useless video games and cryptid lore has prepared me for this moment. I rack my brain for what little information I've managed to learn about these three thus far. The biggest one, Ilias, is apparently the oldest and seems to believe he's the best of the three of them in every way. He's probably susceptible to flattery. He's also dumb as a rock. Valeria, the most petite of the trio, seems to have a penchant for luxury. The glazed look in her eyes when she mentions Saint-Tropez as anything to go by. I've only heard Saint-Tropez in like movies and shit. And finally, Laurel, the hardest to read of the three, gives me the distinct impression they might be open to being entertained. I won't have much time to try whatever it is I'm going to do, so I better choose a vampire fast and go for it. All right. Chat? Here, let's do a poll. Let's do a poll. How do I do a poll? Poll. All right. You have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes, and you can use channel points to affect the vote because I believe in a fair democracy. Not even looking at it. Not even looking at it till it's done. Poor Laurel getting left in the dust. Damn, y'all racist. People are spending money on this. I love it. I love it. It says at the end how many points people spent, and that always makes me laugh. All right, here we go. People play with 36% of however many votes there were. We have over 300 votes with 14 people. I love it calls out Hero. I love it calls you out hard. It's like, yeah, there you go. All right. I'm sorry. I just think if I'm gonna die, it should be at the hands of the hottest, strongest, smartest. That's hilarious. That's a wild play. That's a wild play. To just be like, listen, if you're gonna kill me, it should be by the best. I frown. I swear there was one more attribute he mentioned.
Don't forget the oldest.
It seems so odd that he's the oldest. He's so bro-y. Right, sorry, and oldest vampire here. Laurel rolls their eyes while Valeria shakes her head, but Ilias practically beams.
What a smart human you are. Nothing gets past you.
Anyone can figure out that the way to your hearts is through your inflated ego, darling.
If we're going to do this, can we at least make it interesting?
This? The whole fast talking your way out of a grisly situation thing. Their tone is so unbelievably weird world weary. I can say words. As if they've seen the situation play out again and again. You talk about my hypothetical death the same way I talk about Are You Scared of the Dark reruns. Oh, Are You Scared of the Dark?
Do much more talking at all, to be honest.
Are there Are You Scared of the Dark DVDs? Oh my God, these DVDs are so old. These DVDs are so old. Also, that's a new reboot thing that doesn't look good. If I'm honest. That's some new weird reboot that looks like it's fucking Matt Smith. I love how many places would do DVDs and then just be like, all right, we're done. We're never doing them again. All right. I had a couple on VHS. The VHS was orange. Oh, amazing. Because it was Nickelodeon.
So you just want to kill the human now because you're jealous.
What happened to those killer instincts, Illy?
They're still there. I'm a stone cold killer, okay?
Oh, so many channel points. Now I only have 177,000. He turns his wicked golden gaze to me, somehow exuding both murderous intent and boyish excitement in equal measure.
But if you want to say some nice things about me again first, human.
Flattery really will get you everywhere with him.
Vampires are all staring at me expectantly now, and this time the pressure is really on. I dropped him for people were spending some of their vast wealth. Listen, it's gotta be talk about his muscles, right? Like, it's gotta be talk about his muscles. None of these other, he doesn't give a shit about these other things. He just wants to talk about his muscles. I couldn't help but notice you have more muscles than is humanly possible.
That's because it's not humanly possible.
The massive vampire grins broadly, baring his fangs at me while he lifts his arms, in a pose reminiscent of a bodybuilder at the beach in one of those old advertisements. Absolutely, that's all I want to talk about too. You know, the one where they kick sand at the lonely nerd.
I have as many muscles as is vampirely possible.
I don't think you get more muscles. Laurel looks so over it, like this bullshit again. Fucking, I didn't realize people were in a bidding war until way too late. How many is that?
A lot, obviously.
Obviously. Well, if I have to die, I can't think of a better way to go than being crushed between those perfect arms. All three. Listen, it would be more like a watermelon. It'd be more like a watermelon. Crush me like a watermelon.
You know just what I want to hear.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm putting a stop to this. His ego is already big enough, thank you.
That's why we make Matt play all the rounds. There'll be no living with him after this. Well, if you're not gonna let the human keep saying nice things about me, I'm just gonna eat them now. Kicking your ass at cards really worked up an appetite.
Oh, again, delusional. But the point still stands. It does feel like you've reached your expiration date, sweet thing.
Well, that sucks. This is a good game. Bye, everybody. Somehow, once again, these three beautiful people are arguing amongst themselves, and I'm left with a moment to ponder my options. There's no going back for me, but maybe I can Scheherazade my way? What does that mean? What does that mean? Anna, what does that mean? Oh, 1,001 nights. Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay. I didn't know that. Look, I'm learning. Maybe I can Scheherazade my way through this extremely sexy, scary predicament. I can't believe you don't know. You know, Scheherazade and her 1,000 stories. I didn't, no. It's clear to me we'll never settle on who gets to eat me if we continue like this. You're all just too sexy and cool and clever. Everybody's just so cool and hot and sexy and smart. And I suppose you have our answer, do you?
Again, wasting time talking when we could be feeding.
I realize not many people have, which is surprising. I know, like, the plot, like the idea of 1,001 Nights. I just didn't know the name.
Now, Illy, how often do we get entertainment of this caliber delivered to our doorstep? I want to see what cute little scheme they've got in their pocket.
Do y'all not get TV? Do y'all not get TV? Do you not have YouTube? It's 2022. YouTube is on fire. Y'all see Inside? I heard it's really good. The massive vampire actually pounced.
It actually hurts to be this bored, you know.
I suppose we can hear their suggestion before we tear them apart.
Can vampires not watch TV? Is that like a modern thing? Is it like running water? Talk fast, human. I can only keep these two from your throat for so long. Okay, well, I was thinking I could ask you three a couple of questions, you know, for me to get to know each of you better. That way we can see who's the best fit to eat me.
You're holding Illy and I back for a fucking job interview.
It's a terrible plan. This is a terrible plan.
I haven't had a job in...
He frowns, his eyes squinting, mouth opening and closing. He seems to be thinking particularly hard about something. He raises his hands and looks to be counting on his fingers, but gives up after a few moments. A long fucking time. I'll be damned if I start now. Question 1, how long has Ilias been working on his physique? Question 2, how much wine does it take for Valeria to go take a hike because she's killing the mood? Laurel inhales and exhales quietly, a hint of a smile on those perfect purple lips.
Absolute treasures, aren't they? Keep talking.
If they really are the creatures of the night they claim to be, I'd better continue to think fast. I've survived thus far and went alone. I can't let it fail me now. Maybe confidence is key here. Maybe I can throw them off. We're on a ticking clock for the rest of stream, so I kind of want to get... I'm still not convinced you're real. I stand my ground. Surely I can easily play their game and win them over with compliments. There's just no way you're not LARPers. Silly, silly, sexy LARPers. So funny. I smirk at them, trying my best to make sure it doesn't shake nervously at the edges. Either way, I guess it doesn't matter. Laurel exhales a lilting laugh.
Yes, sirrah. Certainly an interesting credo to live by. And die by.
You really are quite bold for a blood bag, aren't you?
I admire your tenacity, I suppose. We'll indulge you, but this is truly your last chance. Ilias, certainly on a different page than Laurel and Valeria entirely, flexes his big, beefy arm.
I just can't believe you think that humans could ever have muscles like mine.
Valeria narrows her eyes at me as Ilias palms his fist. He looks pretty keen on ripping me to shreds.
Illy, not yet.
A moment of raw tension passes.
This better be as fun as you seem to think it will be, Laurel. I can think of a million better ways to spend my time.
Twitter, for example? Oof. Oh no, problematic game. Oh, ugh, yikes. Ooh. Valeria, you might want... Ooh. Laurel pointedly ignores her.
Tell me, what exactly drove you to fling yourself into this pit of vipers, human?
Whoa, okay, this whole... Ilias grumbles.
God, it's so boring when you play Puppet Master. I'm over it. Enough talking. I'm taking what's mine.
A look passes over Valeria's face like she's suddenly reconsidering things.
Oh.
You suddenly don't want to hunt them now, Illy. Ilias grumbles.
Come on.
They're just standing there like, we gotta update that to blue sky. Just a tiny patch, just like updated text threads. They're just standing there like we owe them something.
A hunt can take many forms, Ilias.
What does that mean? Even that of light chit-chat. No, I don't think that's true. Ilias throws them both a look of open disgust. His sigh sounds a lot like defeat, however temporary that may be.
I'll make it fun for you, Illy.
If I don't, I'll finally bring that pretty little clerk home for dinner.
I'll even let you have the first bite.
The beefy vampire remains unconvinced. You don't make it easy, do you? Let's bring out the big guns, shall we? And here I was saving this treat for a special occasion. Ilias perks up a bit at that.
Humor me, and I'll hand over that extra special, super rare Wagelad spread from the 1992 Party Down edition of Glow Rods Weekly.
What? That does it. What did any of those words mean?
The one with the,
Yes.
and the...
Yes.
Fine, human. Check this shit out.
You just talking about porn? You're gonna give them special porn you have hidden away? Ilya straight up flexes, showing me his delts, biceps, triceps, and a multitude of muscles I can't even name. You read enough dirty magazines to know that humans are definitely capable of achieving such a body.
I'll also take the liberty to remind you that you had those muscles when you were alive.
Yeah, well, can a human do this?
Ilias drops to the ground and straight into a planking position.
Get on my back, Laurel. You too, Val.
Fuck.
You cannot be fucking serious.
Ugh.
Laurel doesn't seem to mind the request and sits astride him like they're riding a pony.
Ugh.
The model's just going down. So the model just sliding out of frame. It's an interesting sort of vampire pyramid. Now what?
Watch.
He begins doing push-ups with one finger. What the fuck is going on? What is happening to me? 1 second I'm practically begging for my life, and the next they're trying to impress me with their talents. Well, Ilias is, because he's a child. I don't know what to think as my mind boomerangs from terrified to fascinated to enthralled. This certainly isn't what I had in mind all the times I've dreamed about watching 3 hot vampires ride each other. I'd be lying if I said this is exactly what I expected.
I'm sorry to tell you that everything you've learned from your insipid modern media is likely wrong. Laughable at best.
I don't, it's kind of tracking in a funny way. Everything? Laura and Valeria dismount and Ilya huffs as he stands to join them. Yes, everything. I've so many questions. Yeah, crosses is the classic. Surely crosses still harm you.
Besides being in bad taste.
I quite like mine, fuck you very much.
See, if Valeria here can wear one of gold, they clearly don't do us much harm. Valeria drags a fingertip over her sternum, a sly smile on her face. Blair's literally wearing, listen, you know, that's an Iron Cross style cross. That's not like a Christianity style cross. Maybe, listen, you got the wrong one. I can't help but let my eyes wander down to where her necklace is nestled between her. Wow. Okay, but what about coffins?
Do I look like I sleep in a coffin to you? Who do you think I am? Fucking Nosferatu?
So does Nosferatu sleep in a coffin? Is that like, now hold on a minute. Are you, I can't believe that this game is happening. This game is so funny. Poppy say boobies, it's okay. It didn't say boobies, it said wow. I was reading what it said.
In a way, I suppose.
Dracula is very real, and Nosferatu was based on him, so.
You know, I actually knew Dracula personally. You know.
Oh, that's weird. I went back. Ilias groans loudly, but Valeria continues, raising her voice slightly as if to drown out his obvious sorrow. Pommy's in shock. Vampires might not age, but the way that Laurel and Ilias seem to wither at the prospect of listening to her tell another story seems to sap a few centuries off their infinite lifespan.
Oh, it was all very exciting at first, the whole King of Darkness thing. But then you come to realize that he's far too invested in the wrong kind of impaling.
I'm not gonna touch that one.
Ah, such a waste.
Wait. You had sex with Dracula?
Oh, well, of course I fucked him. I'm not stupid. Oh, he's 6'7" and built like a god. I'm just saying, it's unfortunate that he showed more interest in skewering his enemies than me. And I'm not going to beg any man, Dracula or not, to pay me attention.
You know, good for you. Good for you, girl power. My mind is officially blown. Okay, Now I have to ask. No, I don't think you have to ask. I mean... Okay, I gotta ask. I don't think you do. I don't feel like you do. What exactly is the difference between vampire sex and human sex?
Oh, you poor creature. You have no idea.
What does that mean?
It's better than your inadequate human mind could ever possibly imagine.
What is that?
We can physically see lust spiraling off of bodies like smoky tendrils can taste the pheromones that linger on the tip of gasping tongues.
We can smell every beat of... Wait, Anna, why did you make me say come? Couldn't get the voice actor to say come? We can smell every beat of sweat and cum, a plethora of aromas. Where's my graphic? Anna says come. Sweet, salty, and inviting.
It rules.
It wasn't allowed in the writer. Listen, I will voice the sexy vampire for the sexy, horny vampire romance game. I will not say come. That's a you problem. You figure it out. My heart starts racing, and then, hang on, why the fuck are we still talking to our dinner? Dinner?
Yes, that would be you. Sans a good garnish.
I am known to be pretty tasty.
Ugh, my urge to kill it is dissipating. This human has no sense of self-preservation.
Ugh.
It's no fun if you're not scared. It really has been too long since I had a good, hot, fresh meal. As I stare, why? What are y'all doing that you don't, do you not hunt? Is this not like a normal thing? So many questions. It's the longest con to get Matt to say come on stream. That's why you sent me a copy of this game. You sent me the email and then you were just like, and now we wait. As I stare into 3 sets of wide scarlet eyes, I feel like I'm standing on the precipice of something. Something terrifying and life-ruining. Yeah, your death. Your death is life-ruining. But my heart is racing like I've just won the fucking lottery. I think back to my dream. Was it a premonition? Was the universe predicting my untimely death at the hands of these 3 monsters? You know what would make this mortal's blood taste better? A performance.
I want to play with them. Make it last.
They step forward again, just on the edge of too close, and their hungry gaze roams my body like they're sizing me up for feasting. I would prefer it if you just killed me and then drank my blood. The eagerness inside me awakens, stirring curiously, and it takes every ounce of my remaining willpower not to tip my throat in surrender.
Fuck this. I want to kill him right now.
I never thought I'd die like this, but I always hoped.
And I call dibs.
In an instant, Ilias is racing towards me. His outstretched arm grabs my shoulder and we topple over. As I hit the floor for a second time this evening, a very, very real sense of deja vu wash over me. He licks his lips before baring his cruel fangs.
Ilias, wait.
Valeria bends over and leans close, her long, silky hair falling to my face. She traces the curve of my cheek with her fingertip, trailing down over my jaw.
Tell me your name.
Poppy.
Well, now, Laurel here seems to have taken a liking to you. So that means you have one final chance. To plead your case.
One final? Wait, we already had final.
and don't fuck it up.
Poppy. Yep. You're probably wondering how I ended up here. This isn't exactly what I had in mind when I left my house earlier this evening on the lookout for an adventure. Though it might have been a situation that's played out in more than a few of my wicked fantasies, I have a terrible feeling I won't get the usual happy ending I imagine. No, this definitely doesn't feel like a running off in the sunset with 3 super ripped, super hot vampires with a gentle breeze blowing through my hair deal. Maybe they'll prop me up on the sofa when they're done draining me dry and dress my corpse with a fashionable pair of sunglasses. If I'm lucky. They certainly seem like the type. Focus, Poppy. Ilias, who still has me pinned to the floor, is staring at me, a frown pinching his brow, and I wonder if maybe he can hear some of the weird shit currently swirling around in my brain. Valeria, still hovering close enough that I can smell her sweet perfume, grows more menacing by the second. And Laurel, quiet, contemplative, terrifying Laurel, is wearing a smirk that could kill you from 100 yards away. They're leaning against the wall, watching the whole thing go down from a safe distance. Could be worse. Maybe. They want me to tell them why they shouldn't just kill me here and now. I'd better put my back into it. As a writer, I feel like I can pick the lines that Enna wrote. As a writer, I'm notoriously good at bullshitting, or as ghosting user MonsterFucker69420 commented, presenting a fantasy that has people desperate for more. I need to figure out how to convince them to not rip open my throat and suck my life away. Well, and if I fail, honestly, it wouldn't be that bad either. I'd go out in service of something I love. I love the idea that this person is so much of a monster fucker that they're like, you know, it sucks that I got killed and eaten by vampires, but at least I got killed and eaten by vampires. And then I have a light bulb moment. A fucking terrible, ill-advised, monumentally stupid light bulb moment. Wait. Ilias and Valeria pull back quickly as if struck, their heads tipping to the side in the same way a dog would if you shook a treat box. Laurel just huffs a laugh, but it doesn't look like they plan on stopping me from further pleading my case. I have to wonder if these 3 ever managed to have a fresh meal. I'm doing it for the clown. Excuse me. Yeah. If you kill me, people will come looking for me. I'm incredibly popular on the internet. I'm so popular online, you guys. I'm so popular. Oh my god, please don't kill me. I have so many Twitter followers, please. What will my Twitter followers do? Did we keep you up too late? No. Valeria's left eyebrow climbs so high I think it might disappear into her hairline. Is that so?
Why does that matter? We kill people all the time. We'll just kill whoever comes looking for you, and then kill the ones who come looking for them.
Yeah, how have you not had a fresh meal then? I don't understand. Your stories are inconsistent. Ilias's eyes seem to get darker, shifting from the warm, honeyed gold to something a little more deadly. Laurel seems to perk up at the sight, pushing themselves off the wall and taking a curious step closer, as Valeria plants a tiny palm against Ilias's heaving chest.
Calm yourself, big boy.
I relent, convinced my plea might be working. They'll put my picture on milk cartons. It sends search parties after me.
And who exactly are they?
You know, people. The police? Valeria is still gently patting Ilias's chest, giggles. The police. Cute.
Oh, you don't actually have anyone who would miss you, do you?
You know, the
Not
internet.
a single sorry soul.
Yeah, the internet. They would be upset.
Don't worry, human. You won't be wasted. You're going to make a perfect meal.
Well, I mean, that's nice. That's comforting. You can't bullshit bullshitters. It was a valiant effort, nevertheless. With that, Valeria pulls her hands away from Ilias's chest, and I hadn't quite realized until this moment that she'd been holding him back. It hadn't even crossed my mind. I simply assumed she was soothing him, but clearly she was prolonging my life for the sake of entertaining my shitty attempt at surviving. I did a save, right? No? Oh well. Well, I mean, I did a save at the start of this chapter, so. Before I can even understand what's happening, there's an unfathomable blur. Then a jolt of pain surges through my body as Ilias lashes onto my throat. And then there's nothing I can do to fight back. His fangs sink deep, flesh tearing and blood pouring out in a messy, warm glut as it slides into his mouth.
Share, Illy. Don't be greedy.
I hear a growl, and then there are more mouths on me, more dagger-sharp teeth. It'll be quicker this way. Is that good? Oh. Is that good, or? Tide happened? All right, well. I mean, this is what you save at the start of a chapter. I want to... First death. I figured that was gonna go poorly, so that's why I picked that. I want to be like you. Now only 30 more to go. I have a proposition for you. Say I do end up with all the bargaining chips. What exactly do I want? I'm a paranormal writer. Am I just content to leave with the only memory of this wild night, trying to do it justice in my writing? Or do I want something more? A souvenir, a trinket, maybe. Or...
We're waiting.
Fuck it. These are vampire...
Waiting.
These are vampires, clearly. Immortality must be on the table here. I take a deep breath. What would I have to do to convince you to make me like you? To turn me into a vampire? Ilias burst into laughter immediately, which is really great for my ego, if not expected, actually. When I tear my eyes from his doubled over hulking form and look at Valeria and Laurel, they seem to be intrigued.
That's hilarious. A really good one. I forgot humans could be so funny.
Do you guys not have TV? Like, I'm sorry, I have to ask 9,000 questions. I mean, I'd be stupid not to ask, right? I've literally dreamed of having an opportunity like this my whole life. Can you blame me for not taking the risk? You're gonna kill me regardless, I think. Valeria shrugs and looks at Laurel.
The human isn't wrong.
Ilias snaps his head from side to side quickly, looking between his two comrades like they just grew horns. Probably gonna be the next Guillermo.
Wait, are you actually pausing?
What we do in the shadows, but it's sexy.
Are you actually pausing right now? Why aren't we chowing down?
Ugh.
Shush, Illy.
So if you really want this, convince us.
Make a save here. My mouth falls open, then closes. Open, close. Right. I can do that. Shit, fuck. What have I done? I'm really popular on the internet. I feel Ilias's grip on my shoulders loosen as he swings his leg over to stop straddling. Reluctantly, he sets me free, and I instinctively sit up, scooting my knees into my chest.
We're expecting some good entertainment this evening now, you know. Though I'll warn you in case you haven't already guessed.
Let me show you the cool novel I'm writing. Yeah, just do you guys want to read my fanfic? I gulp, but I can work with that. This is just a game, right? A very stupid, very deadly game. But I've been gifted a few more turns to make this work in my favor. And hey, I've played tons of games. I'll just have to use all my charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent to turn the tables. That's everybody's favorite RPG stats. Judging by the looks on their faces, the longer I dilly-dally, the hungrier and more impatient they get. I love a good dilly-dally. And like I already said, and like they already confirmed, the odds of me walking out of here alive are virtually non-existent. That's more than fair. I pause, letting the words hang in the air. Knowing I now have the full attention of the vampires, I use my next turn to stand up and brush myself off, making sure my stance is as confident as I can muster. They don't need to know I'm metaphorically shitting myself, despite them probably being able to hear my heart screaming in my chest.
It's not every day we come across a human who lacks fear when staring death in the face.
Look, humans are stupid, so enlighten us. Well, firstly, you're all really fucking hot. Feel like we need to establish that as a fact. Flair rolls her eyes so hard, I think they might fall out of her skull. Stating the obvious, kitten. What I mean is, vampires are brilliant, fascinating creatures that until tonight I thought weren't fact, but fiction. I've studied you, written about you. Why would I be afraid to die when it's literally my Freudian death wish dream fulfillment come to life? And it's not as pretty as you seem to think.
There's a lot of blood, like a ton, a whole body's worth.
Well, yeah, that's how much I would expect there to be.
Oh, it's especially messy when Illy is involved.
Yeah, I believe that. It doesn't count if you don't get blood everywhere. He points at Valeria, and the look she gives him makes me think she might bite his finger off.
Plus, you're not even half as delicate as you think you are. You get sloppy too.
She turns her nose up at him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Illy is right. Remember that couple in Trinidad?
Ugh.
I do not. She clearly does.
I remember walking in on the three of you. It was a complete bloodbath. I'll never forget your face.
Don't make me make you forget my face.
What does that mean? How would that work? As I listen to them talk about their past indiscretions, the idea of joining them on raucous, blood-fueled vacations does sound deliciously tempting. I muster up as much willpower as I can to keep my voice steady. I'm serious about what I said. I want you to turn me. I feel 3 sets of eyes narrowing in on all of my vital spots. Laurel looks me over like a hamster in a cage.
Illy, Val, you are always commenting on your woefully ceaseless boredom. Maybe they can liven things up around here.
They smile at me, and despite it reaching their pretty eyes, it still doesn't quite stick. I am exceptionally good at making life interesting, if I do say so myself. I can teach you things like Mario and like gaming. Hi, hot vampires. Have you guys ever heard of Wingspan? I got Wingspan. It's a board game. It's about birds. So you got birds, and birds are worth certain number of points. And so you have to play the birds that are the most points, and you need to get more points than the other person.
Sadly, I am a gamer.
You guys, if you played Vampires, if you played Undertale? If you played Undertale, it's really good. It's really self-affirming to like examine and be able to see the flaws in others. You know, it sort of makes you self-reflect on your flaws. Matt, stop making me laugh while I'm trying to do reps. No, it's working. This means my plan is working. They have, but they never knew there was a pacifist round. I gotta get swole like Illy. I can teach you things like gaming, internet shopping. Do you guys want to learn about Digimon cards? So it's like, you know, Digimon, right? So like they have the play cost, and you guys like Pokemon? Do you know anything about Pokemon? We can play Pokemon Go. It's gonna be hard because you can't go out in the sun. Can you go out in the sun? We didn't really talk about that. We talked about crosses. We didn't talk about the sun. Maybe we could all, you know, 4 people playing Pokemon Go. That's a lot. We could do some raids and stuff. It's pretty good. If we're in Portland, there's got to be a lot of events and stuff. You know, get you out, get you meeting new people. That's always fun. How not to act on Twitter? That's not true. I can't do that one. Famously banned on Twitter. I can't, sorry. I can't teach you that. I mean, I guess I can by example. I can by example teach you not how to act on Twitter.
We might be old, but we're not stuck in the Victorian times.
Let me show you what an MMO is. Do you guys like Star Wars? We could play Star Wars Galaxies.
Oh, maybe you can fix my computer? It's doing that thing that it always does.
I mean, yeah, I could probably do that.
We can talk about your spectacular ability to infect every device.
You'll ever do a testing raid?
Some other time, Elias.
Oh man, if you're getting porn malware is real easy to fix. You just gotta not click on some things. You install some blockers.
But for now, our attention should be on why they want to become one of us.
You sure you don't want to talk more about like multiplayer gaming? What? Hush. With a wave of her hand, I feel my words die on my tongue.
You think it's
Teach them about VPNs, vampire private networks.
Like how humans adopt a puppy.
Vampire private networks. I mean, yeah, yes. Well, it's not that hard. Illy, that's not the point.
None of us chose this life. It's not all amazing sex and free meals.
Okay, but is it most of it? What's the percentage? You said you weren't pirates. Let me just shoot a website that can change. It's not. What Valeria means that it isn't as glamorous as I assume you believe it to be. Valeria steps towards me, closing the distance between us. She takes my chin between her forefinger and thumb, making sure I have no choice but to look at her. The other percentage is cutting up hoodies. Why should we even bother letting you continue to waste our precious time, Poppy? The fact that they're calling me Poppy is... The fact that they're saying my name is hilarious.
Oh, entertaining you and your little idea was fun for a second. But I get bored so very easily, and Illy's tummy is going to start growling soon.
What are you, his mommy? She leans closer again, her lips brushing my ear. You wouldn't like him when he's hungry.
Hey, I'm always hungry.
That's why no one likes you. Has to be more entertaining than playing cards like you were when you walked in. Yeah, you guys aren't even playing like a card game. You're just playing poker. Oh, fuck. Oh. man. I do think that's the right one. I do think that's funny. I've seen hints of intriguing powers here tonight, things far beyond what I assume would be the norm for any old vampire. The way Valeria has seemingly silenced me without so much as a look, the way I was compelled to walk in here in the first place. I want to fuck with people. I want to cause utter pandemonium among the masses, to get inside their heads and, you know. Pulls out a copy of Netrunner. Creeping always has a copy of Netrunner. It's hard to notice with how practiced they clearly are at maintaining their poise, but I swear I see Laurel's lips twitch.
That's all very creative. But what, pray tell, would this utter pandemonium entail?
You know, YouTube pranks. All of these are really funny. All of these are really funny.
Come on in, Raiders. Fuck you, mattcaulder.
Emily, hello. Unfortunately, all of them are right. Well, one of them isn't. Emily, good morning. How are you? Yeah, listen, I'd start a cult. That's funny. Easily, I'd start a cult whose sole existence would be to worship me. People are so easily swayed when looking for a reason to belong, right? I already have a website full of people enthralled by things that go bump in the night. I'll make sure I'm the only thing they dare to think about. A soft huff of a laugh escapes Laurel's lips. Sounds like amusement. I'll take it. Valeria backs down, seemingly content with my answers. There's a brief break in the conversation as she and the others appear to mull over my response. I wait for something, anything to happen. The silence somehow makes me more uncomfortable than the vampires themselves. I try to think of something to say to fill the void. Emily, how you doing today? Hope you're having a good morning. So... hello? Is that a meow? Wait, you have a cat?
Nasty Dennis, he's not just a cat.
Nasty Dennis? I look around for this Nasty Dennis and see nothing. The quiet, somewhat intimidating meowing continues. I'm working away. I'd rather be playing video games. That's fair. Can I see him?
Ugh.
It isn't quite that simple, I'm afraid. He's more fiend than feline. So he's like a weird cat demon.
If you do see him, it's probably a bad omen for you human.
Is he like one of the cats who sits with elderly people in nursing homes before they die? Valeria snorts derisively.
I'll probably just shred your jugular.
Oh. So that's where the nasty comes from. Got it. Someone is enamored. I don't blame you. He's a fine specimen.
Right.
Despite being a complete bastard, yes. I wouldn't say I'm enamored, just curious.
Isn't curiosity what killed the cat?
Valeria then gestures towards the gallery wall behind her with a dramatic flourish, presenting a portrait with dainty hands. Yeah, but what's the other part of that? But something brought it back, so like it's fine. Nasty Dennis is a shaggy white Persian with a permanent resting murder face. And he's wearing a dashing, tiny red bow tie. That's adorable. I love that. Okay. Okay. We got another save. I love this. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. But pet the portrait is why I didn't even realize that that's what that said. I didn't even realize that's what that said. That's ridiculous. Like, oh, wild, oh, Nasty Dennis. You can't stop. We're ending stream a little early today. I have the I have the TWLOHA stream here in just a little bit. Have the TWLOHA stream here in just a little bit. So in an hour, I'll be live over on the TWLOHA page. Want to see more? Feel free to play it yourselves. Yeah, we might play a little bit more on Friday. But tomorrow. Later today, in like an hour, like I said, I will be streaming Monster Prom. We're gonna be checking out Monster Prom for the stream. So I will do a post in the Discord. So you know, y'all will get the notification that it started and all that. Please do come hang out. I'm gonna be streaming for a couple hours. It would be great if everybody could make a point to stop by and hang out. This is my first time doing any sort of stream on like a channel like this, so I'm stressed. Let me tell, I'm so stressed. Very stressed. Sorry, when? At noon, so in an hour. In 1 hour. Yeah. So yeah, and there'll be I think there'll be a way for me to like ping on Twitch, but I will do a notification in the Discord so everybody can see it. So yeah. From noon to 2. So we're only gonna do a couple hours. So yeah. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna have a little snack. I'm gonna rest a little bit and get ready for that. Bought First Bite and the DLC. Hell yeah. Everybody should go buy it. and some cool people worked on it. So just don't look at the related games. I mean, or do if that's what you want. Like if that's what you want, do that. But you know, just be prepared. All right. I'm gonna go have like I said, I'm gonna go have a snack and drink some more tea and all that. I will see everybody back here in just a little bit for some Monster Prom and stuff like that. If I don't see you later today, I will see you tomorrow. I hope everybody has a great rest of your day if I don't see you. Until then, take care of yourself, friends.